my channel. In this video I want to show you guys how they locally use to wash clothes using papaya leaves. And down there the papaya leaves which we are going to use. Guys, this is one of the hardest work to do. At first I thought that maybe it happened in the past, like it was only our mothers, our parents, who washed clothes using these leaves, because during their time it reached a period whereby people had money, but again the materials such as salt, soap, sugar, they are very scarce. I didn't know what had happened, but it reached that period, so people resorted to using this method. They'll be using, if you're not using the papaya leaves, there are some trees they are found in the forests. This tree has got thorns. Then they'll go with the panga, they cut some certain parts. Then they bring them back home and they put them in the basin. They add water, then they start heating until that white stuff comes. Like, you see, when you put water into a basin, then you add, let me say, liquid soap or other detergents, then that thing is like, when you, is it shaking, that white thing formed there. That would happen if they hit those tree, like those parts of the tree they cut, and that white thing would act as both the detergent and then the soap. Then for the papaya leaves, you have to make sure that they are soft. You can see like what I'm doing in the video, so that they become very soft and they form that whitey thing. And to make matters worse, you can't spend a day, like, you can't, in the village, you can't wake up and be like, today I'm not going to do any other activity, I'm only going to be like, you can't wake up until like, today I'm only going to wash their clothes. No, you're a mother, you have to go to the garden, you have to prepare the kids in case they are schooling. If they are in the holidays, you have to wake them up again, then you go together. Let me take you through what is meant to be a housewife in the village. You wake up in the morning. If the kids are schooling, then you take them to the school. No, not even taking them. You have to prepare them. You have to make sure that you wake up very early. You prepare them, then they be ready, because they're needed at school. Like in some schools, by 7:30, the kids, like, they are needed there at that time. Then again, when you're done with the kids, you go to the garden. You have to go to the garden when it's still early, because like, you can't go once the sun comes out, because it not be good, that heat. Then after digging, then you have to look for food. You have to collect the food, and the good thing is that you get food from the garden, no need for buying. Then after collecting the food, then you also have to collect firewood. Since most of us in the villages cook using firewood, there are only a few people who cook using charcoal, and that firewood is also another hassle, because some forests are cleared in the villages, so you use firewood. Then when you come back home, that's when you're supposed to take tea. After doing all that, that's when you are supposed to take tea. Then after taking tea, you start preparing lunch. preparing for lunch since you're done with the breakfast. Then after peeling, putting the food on fire, then you go to washing the clothes. You have to make sure that these papaya leaves, they are very 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 soft, and once they are soft, then you is what once they are soft, then you how do they say it? Once they are soft, then you soak the clothes, then but another thing is that these clothes, like these leaves, once you put we put them into water, they have got sap, and since we're using bare hands to wash the clothes, the hands can start itching because of the sap from the leaves. Then after putting the clothes, it's not and you're not washing clothes for only you. No, you have to wash clothes for the whole family. Since you're the mother, you have to wash clothes for the father. If you're married, if you're a single parent, you have to wash clothes for the kids as you prepare lunch for the whole family. And for the men, it's very rare to find a man who goes to the garden together with the wife. It's very rare. For the men, the jobs around in the villages, making bricks, riding, like being the motorcycle riders, like carrying passengers using motorcycles, and that. If a man, you wake up very early, then reach back home also, meaning all of the other activities in the home are run by a lady. And once you're done with like once you're done with soaking the leaves and clothes, sorry, then you're not supposed to soak clothes together with the leaves. No, when the leaves are soft, you remove them from the basin, and the water that remains, that's where you put the clothes, and then you start washing. And this procedure, you're not supposed to do it in the basin of water. No, have to repeat it in the next basin, since when you're washing clothes cannot be clean. And kids in the villages, when they're playing in the dust. Wow, so the clothes are really very very dirty. And even for the mother, because she goes to the garden, they're also dirty. So have to repeat the whole procedure in the second basin again. And it's also not very easy too. So once you're done with all that, and the water we use, it's from this running water. I don't know the science there, but the running water can makes washing easily. The foam can easily be made. That white thing, I don't know the science that is there. That's what I heard. Then you soak like that. First basin, second basin, then in the third basin, your clothes they are ready. And guys, what makes me sad now, is that though there have been people, a smaller number of people, who are still washing clothes using the papaya leaves, the other plant with the thorns. They have been there, but a smaller number, those who cannot afford. But now the number has increased. The number of people has increased, since right now the prices for some certain products, some certain things have gone high. Things like soap, sugar, the prices have increased, and some people cannot afford that. So they are resorted to do like washing clothes the traditional way, and that makes me sad. So like once you're done with washing the clothes, then you see like these, like the remains of the leaves, they cannot be removed easily, no. So what you're supposed to do is that once you take your clothes to dry, then when the clothes are dry, with that the leaves, the remains of the leaves can easily be removed. You can remove them once the clothes are dry. Guys, thanks for watching the video. We have come to end of our video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. You'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thanks guys, and maybe next time, and the next video, I'll show you guys how we locally prepare our tea, our local tea, like what the things we use. So I'll make a video. I'll prepare it, the local tea leaves we use, that meat, then plus some other certain do we say materials? Something like that, some certain something like natural things we use.